The officials for tonight's game are referee Bill Riccio, umpire Mike Ratley, linesman Mario Garfalo. The judge will be Will Liebane. The back judge is Ralph Zigarello. And the operator at the clock this evening is Skip Ott. The Red Raiders have won the toss and decided to decline to the second half.
Deferred to Ham.
The Tigers will receive and the Red Raiders will
they want to get somebody use the camera. They want me to run a fly call.
There they go. Good evening for Madison Community Television and Daniel Hand High School Tiger football. This is the fourth game of the season against the Derby Red Raiders at Derby on October 6, 1995. We are about ready to begin this game. Derby won the coin toss and deferred to Hand, who will get the ball first to start the game, and Derby will take it the second half. This is the same thing that Shelton did last week to Hand when they won the toss. This is Kent Sprague with Frank Tordoff, Steve Fust on the camera tonight for this fourth game of the year after a couple inches of rain last night, and the field looks in good shape. Frank, we're about ready to go. What do you make of Derby declining to take the ball first?
Well, I think they probably had somebody scouting last week's game, as a matter of fact. And they saw that it worked well if they could hold Hand back and then get good field position themselves. They're in good shape. And it looks like the same thing.
Back deep to receive are Greg Walby is one of them, and Bob Duggins the other. Number 5 is Walby on the near side of the field. He has not returned kicks before this year, I don't believe. It's a low kick, a low line drive aimed at Walby. Picks it up at about the 12 or 13, hangs swinging to the right side. Good hole. Brings it up over the 30 to about the 33.
A good field position right there. He was coming in having to slow down, and if he was able to make that last little nut there, he was going to be able to go a much bigger distance. But he literally tripped over one of his own men's feet and was able to be brought down.
So Greg Walby brings the ball back near the 35, just short of the 35 as we begin this game.
A nice job by Greg on that. His first varsity carry, we believe, as far as the return.
And comes out in a one-man set behind the quarterback.
Okay, now that time, of course, they took the dive to the left side, and it paid off with about 3-yard carry. Get everybody's butterflies out of their bellies, and after kind of a miserable ride over here that took a lot longer than normal.
Brian Milligan at quarterback. That was Dan Carroll that carried the ball for the first carry of the game, and now Hand lines up in the eye with Dan Anderson in the fullback position. Darrell Noble at tailback. 2nd and 7, and a Derby man jumps early, and a flag comes in.
3-5 for Madison right there, I think.
And we'll give Hand 2nd and short. Dead ball foul. The left defensive end for Derby jumped the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
A little over anxious. The players on both sides get a little bit anxious. Start of every game. That's what we just saw right there, but the Hand will take the 5.
Derby, this is their 4th game too. They have beaten Guilford, they've beaten Xavier, and they've lost to Notre Dame West Haven. So they're 2-1. Hand is 1-2. Swing to the Noble on the right side, and he's hitting behind the line of scrimmage. Probably lost a yard or two. There's the flag down.
And it comes from where you usually see some offensive holding there. So
flag is down in Hand's backfield, and it's a holding call.
Well, that's going to be a give back of the 5 plus another 5, I would say.
We're talking to the Derby captain. Frank, we have a mic on the referee tonight. Maybe we can hear the referees there.
Big time, more and more in this Southern Connecticut Conference.
He couldn't find the switch to turn it on at first, but that will push Hand back, 2nd down, and about 16. About 16 yards to go. Dan Carroll at fullback. And Milligan rolling left, and he's going nowhere. He tried to roll left, and defensive man was in the backfield. Another loss.
I don't think Hand was really straight on what they wanted to run that time for a play, because it's awful slow taking place, I think.
The ball was snapped, and nobody moved.
No.
A count or two.
The fact that the whole thing was kind of a misjudgment there, I think.
Ball's back at the 25. It's 3rd and very long for Hand. About 20. And a Derby man jumps the line of scrimmage.
I'll get 5 of those back.
Way.
Yeah, I get 5 of them back, so I'll make it 3rd and about 15 now.
I noticed that Nate Fisher is playing the tight end position on the offensive set for Hand.
Well, we're going to, it's interesting. Last week we had very few penalties, and here we are in the first series. We've had 3 penalties already.
Third down play. Still a long ways to go for Hand, and Milligan is gets away a pass. It's incomplete. Almost caught by Dan Carroll.
Almost.
That will bring up 4th and long.
Bring it down, but by the way, that was Walby was in there in the tight end position that time. So we're seeing some differences already in this particular game.
Had that pass been completed, it still would have been stopped 10 yards short.
Yeah, even if that man had been able to shed that one tackler, it was a long ways to go to the first
Mike Hominick back in punt formation, gets a good snap and gets a pretty good kick out of there. Drives the man back at about the 38. and he's running right into Bobby Duggan.
He got 2 or 3 steps in, and Bobby D was right there looking at him.
Duggan and Monroe meet the return man. And in their first possession did better than last week, but they moved backwards on it. At least they didn't let the other team score on the offense.
Well, always trying to be positive the way you are. We just say, yeah, okay, this is a much better position to let the other team grab the ball for the first time.
The Derby Red Raiders take over to 42.
Running with a backup quarterback, we were learning.
Yeah, their starting quarterback hurt his arm last week, apparently. Quarterback rolling this time, and the men got him in the backfield. That's Carroll. Dan Carroll from the linebacker position throws his man for a long loss.
Yeah.
About a 10-yard loss.
Matt Dolan was in there closing in as well, but it really was Danny who ran right at him and shed a blocker to bring him down. Nice job out there, but there again, it was a new quarterback or a backup quarterback in the first snap he was taking. It looked like he did have a pass called, and that's
rolling left, and Dan Carroll ran him down for about a 10-yard loss. So 2nd and long for Derby. Offenses have gone backwards so far, and a man running to the right. Kishwalla messes up the play and stops it for about a 2-yard loss.
And then Nick Ricano really was on to grab him down. And you're right, Kishwalla was the one that able to really slow him down, change direction, had him slightly by the shirt, but then Ricano dragged him right down.
Ball is clear back to the 30, so 2 plays for Derby are both losses. And their offense was watching Hand's first offensive series.
Somehow or other, they're going 3rd down.
Third and long. They need to stop this 3rd and long play, however, and Hand is not always successful in doing it.
Oh, they ran right up the middle.
And there's Eric Becker to cut his man down after about a 5-yard gain.
Who would have believed a call like that on 3rd down and 20 yards to go? That's strange.
That will bring up 4th and about 16 or something
15,
like that.
yeah, anyway, 15.
I can't see the sticks very well here, but it's 16 or 17 yards. Derby should punt. Walby and Duggan drop back to receive this punt. We're at 7:09, first quarter, no score. Each team has been 3 and out, and it is near block.
I think he may have gotten a piece of it.
He may have gotten a piece of it. Walby picks it up at the 30, and he snowed under immediately.
Well, I'll tell you.
That was 64 in on the kicker, Ryan Connolly.
Yeah, nice job in there. I do think he kind of interrupted the flight of that ball a little bit, but
he
boy,
may have gotten a hand on it.
Yeah, Greg Walby did a nice job, though. He picked that ball. It would have had a heavy roll down deep in the hand territory. Greg really kind of sacrificed him to pick that thing up, and he did, and got nailed just about directly, but nice job by Greg.
Each team has lost yardage in their first possession, and 2 punts. So Hand again, and Dan Carroll breaks a tackle, breaks another one, carries for about 5 yards when he was stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The first lineman that he had didn't wrap him, and Dan kept those legs chugging away and was actually worked himself right out of that. So Christmas time right there with about 5 yards.
5-yard gain for Dan Carroll. Running behind Matt Mesa at center. On the right side is Viral Kishwalla. We'll get the rest of the linemen as we go. Hand off to Darrell Noble up the middle. He breaks through and near a first down. They may,
there, if not,
depends on where they spot it.
Yeah, it's a matter of that.
They're going to give him forward progress to get him a first down. Gain 5 yards.
There we go. First down. That's a nice sign right there, Kent.
That's the first down of this game.
First time we saw Darrell get his hands on the ball so far in the game.
We have number 87 in there at tight end for
Kingsley.
And that's James Kingsley, sophomore.
That's the younger, not the older.
There's Darrell Noble through the left side. He gains about 2 before he's snowed under by a bunch of red shirts.
Boy, they closed real fast. Those red Raiders there, kind of true to their name right there. They closed, like you said, very fast. I thought Darrell was going to break it loose, but didn't have enough time.
Carroll out, Glenn in. Both Glenn and Duggan split to the right side. 2nd and 8.
Watch how they come out this way. They're both going to come.
And Milligan's going to roll right with 2 receivers on this near side. Complete pass to Glenn. First down.
Nice job.
And Glenn takes it up to the 45. Dan Glenn receives the pass from Ryan Milligan for another first down for Han.
What do we say, about 15 yards on that, or what did you
I couldn't tell how much yardage there was.
We'll give Danny 15, but
we're a little crowded in the top of the press box there, so we can see a little of the field from where we are.
We're a very little snapshot at a time here. Steal what we can for a view.
Milligan is going to roll left, throw left, and there's a man wide open over there. That's Glenn again, and Glenn is just short of a first down. It looks like he's near the 35. Maybe a yard short, 9-yard gain.
Give him 9 on that. Danny had a great week last week and received a lot of passes. Did it well in heavy traffic, able to stretch out a couple times, show what he could do. Love to see that.
2nd and 1 after that complete pass. And the receiver was wide open there, and Hand is putting 2 receivers to the right again this time. And it's a delay to Noble, who has the first down, across the 35 down to about the 33.
Nice job, nice call. I think
he only needed a yard, and he gained 2 or 3.
We'll give him 3 on that as far as the unofficial goes. But nice call there. They actually did spread out the defense that time by having the receivers. A lot of times you don't see the defense quite spread that way. But
that's sort of a delay where Noble stays deep in the eye, and Milligan actually brings it back to him.
That's right. As if he's going to be doing blocking back there, and then you just kind of quickly dink it off to him.
It's a quick opener this time up the middle. Dan Carroll straight forward for a couple. He's down about the 31.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they've got the center of that pretty well blocked up, the Red Raiders do. Hand hasn't been able to really open up a hole too much yet in there. And it's probably just still trying to get the blocking assignments down and that sort of thing for the young Turks that are in there.
We're down to 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. There's no score yet, and this is Hand's 2nd possession, and the first time that they've moved the ball. They're taking it down the field so far. Pitch wide to Noble, and he falls down. He slipped, but there wasn't much place to run over here anyway. There were 2 defensive men waiting for him. Lost 2 or 3.
Third and about 13 there now. Hand's getting down there a little bit. They want to try to get a few more yards off of there anyway.
3rd and about 12. At the 36. This field is in very good shape after the rain last night. That was the first slip we had seen. We don't see any mud on the field, at least.
It is the area where it's kind of
rolling, looking to throw. Now he's going long, and there's a man looking to intercept, and they're going to give it to him. It looks like they're going to give him an interception. Red Raiders of Derby. I thought he short hopped that ball.
I did too. Absolutely
the defensive man came up. The throw was a little short of the man over there. He had a man open. He couldn't get it that far.
Yeah, it was a long throw, a long ways across field too, so it does give your safety back there plenty of time to close on that. It was a nice block in the backfield, by the way, to give Milligan a little bit more time by Chad Taylor.
Derby with the ball at the 23. We're down to 2 minutes left in the first quarter. That's another turnover. In the last 2 games, Hand has been guilty of quite a few turnovers. There's a man hit in the backfield for a loss.
Oh, nice tackle.
Didn't see who that was. That was Eric Becker, I believe. 42.
I think it was Matt Mesa. Matt Mesa.
Mesa?
Yep, that was Matt.
Becker was there, right there too, but Hand had that one smelled out well.
Well, we haven't talked a lot about Matt this year, but we should. He's doing those hiking chores on offense and going 2 ways here as well.
He's one of the 3 down linemen up front. Ryan Connolly, 64, is right over the center. Mesa's to his left, and Dan Anderson's to his right. And the quarterback hands it to the right side, and a big hole. He got the corner, and unless somebody can catch him from behind, he's going to go all the way. And the Raiders take it clear down, and a touchdown saving tackle. Who was that? That was number 9, Sullivan.
Timmy Sullivan.
Tim Sullivan.
Did not give up, and at the last moment, he just dove for the ankles and got him.
He got a heel, and that was about it. That saved a touchdown, but a long run, and that far corner was totally sealed off.
They really did. Just what I was going to add to the comments here was that they really had sealed off that corner real well. And and they gave him plenty of time to get down the field.
A long run all the way to the 11, so it's 1st and 10 at the 11. They can get a first down inside the 1. And it's a run to the left, and not much there. Hand's defense smothers that one. There's Kishwala and Becker, and Racano gets off of the bottom of that tackle.
They smothered that one.
And they lost a couple yards on that run.
But, no, that was a good example in that long run, how you don't give up if you're a ball player. Try to tackle an angle and get down there anyway, no matter where you are.
I thought he was pulling away from Sullivan at one point there, about the 30.
He cut a little bit to the left, and I think that took a half a step away, and it gave Sullivan a chance to get in.
2nd down and about 12. Quarterback rolling right, looking to throw. Now he's being pressured, and he's got to unload. Man was right in on him, and that was Mesa.
That was.
Matt Mesa had the quarterback. A quarterback unloaded it and just threw it out of bounds.
And Matt shed a blocker real well on that one. Just shut him off and kept after the quarterback, and he had to unload.
Well, the quarterback avoids a long sack by just throwing it out of bounds, but he had no chance to complete that with Matt Mesa right in his face. 3rd and 12. And the quarter is about to run out. We have 6 seconds left in the first quarter. One more play if they keep it on the ground. It looks like they're going to throw it. They're setting up a screen pass.
Yes.
Screen pass, they struggled, dropped. Dropped down at about the 15, and that should run out the first quarter.
That's going to be 4th down. I do believe they have a field goal kicker, a fellow that's gotten one on the board this year, so...
As we end the first quarter of this game against Derby, it's 4th down and about 12 for Derby. Okay. 4th down for Derby, and their field goal kicker comes out. He's got the tee set right on the 20, which would make it a 30-yard field goal.
He's looking inside. He's supposed to key the tight end.
4th and 12
Looking inside.
as we begin the second quarter. No score to this point, but that could change very directly. Good snap, good placement, and he boots it up and through.
Got it.
Good field goal. Derby leads 3-0.
Well, he didn't get a lot of height on that, but it went through. It had a lot of velocity going down there. So we'll see. This may be a battle of the kickers tonight. We were likely to see something like that. And we were watching, of course, Jimmy kicking early at practice, and he was hitting them a 40-yarders out here. So.
He was booming 40-yarders through regularly in practice.
He sure was. That's neat to see. So, like I say, it could come down to that sort of thing. That was almost a very slow-moving first period, I thought, Kent, didn't you?
Well, there appears to be slow developing plays, basically, what I have seen, and a lot of defense. Actually, the defense sort of dominated that first quarter.
You know, 12 minutes is 12 minutes, but it just seemed to take a long time.
So in the first 4 seconds of the second quarter, Derby gets on the board first, 3-0. And we'll kick off back to Hand. They've got it teed up on the near hash mark. Bob Duggan is on this side of the field, and Greg Walby on the far side to receive. It's kicked toward Duggan. Duggan's going to field it, drop it, pick it up. Picks it up at about the 18, and now he's going forward to the 25. And he is snowed under at about the 25.
Yeah, he went in. The guy actually handled him right around the helmet. First one that hit him, it sounded from up here like a lot worse hit than it really was. But I think it was like shoulder pad against helmet. But here we go.
And with the ball at the 25. We're early in the second quarter, and the Red Raiders of Derby have a field goal. The 51 is Todd McLaughlin at left guard. A run by Carroll to the right. He gains a couple of yards.
A couple, that's about all on that one.
Chad Taylor and Viral Kishwala, 75-76, are on the right side of the line.
Now, the interesting thing, Han, is relatively few seniors on the team this year in comparison. McLaughlin, of course, one of the steady seniors out there along with Mesa, but the rest of the front line right now are all sophomores and juniors.
59 is Nate Fisher. He's playing the left tackle. And sophomore Kingsley is playing tight end. Daryl Noble into the line on the right side, gains maybe a yard.
Not a lot there on the ground right now. So again, the blocking assignments haven't quite taken hold yet, although the Raiders really hunker down there and don't give much ground.
They're down in almost 7. The last 2 games we've seen Ryan Milligan throw the ball quite a bit, and this is a passing situation. Milligan rolls right, looking to throw. Now he's throwing over to the sideline. Incomplete pass, out of bounds. Bob Duggan trying to make the diving catch right at the first down marker, but he's not able to get it. Even if he'd caught that, he'd have been out of bounds.
He absolutely would have, so it wouldn't have counted. And here it goes to 4. We'll see Hominick again, I would think.
Mike Hominick, punt formation.
If he gets a good handle on that, he can boom it pretty well.
Derby has 2 men deep and 1 intermediate. Good snap. And Hominick gets it out, and he gets a long one.
Oh, nice
over the head of the man fielding the ball, and it's down beyond the 30 at about the 29. A good kick by Mike Hominick.
Yeah, he got some good distance out of that thing, and as it landed on the relatively soft field with the nose, it kind of killed it.
He got no roll, but he was clear down to the 28 with no run back.
Yeah. Nice looking punt, though. Hominick's only a junior, so he's got another year to go with that.
Mac Dolan back in protecting the corner on the near side. He was out with a slightly separated shoulder last week. Eric Becker on the far corner. The 3 down men are Matt Mesa, Ryan Connolly, and Dan Anderson. Quarterback pitch wide, and now man is going to run, and he's not going to get much. Up to make a tackle is Dan Glenn. Closes it down, gained a yard or 2.
Started to trip him up with Bobby, and then Danny came in on that, and then Tim Sullivan was on top of some safety as well.
That looked like it was set up as an option pass by the tailback there. He looked like he was going to stop and look for a receiver, and then he took off with it. The inside linebackers are Viro Kishwala, number 76, number 30, Nick Ricano. Pass to the left and tackle in the backfield. Closed down by Eric Becker and Ryan Connolly and Mac Dolan. They came in from both ends in the middle.
Well, that was one of those they say in the big networks. I don't say the better networks, but the big networks. They say that was a coverage sack is what that was.
So the 3 men who converged at the quarterback were the 2 outside linebackers and the nose tackle.
Yeah, and
he had no place to go.
Again, it was because the coverage was so good downfield that the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
3rd and 13, and it's a run up the middle and a good run. Finally tackled by Tim Sullivan, short of a first down.
Nice tackle by Tim.
That will bring up 4th down, however, across the 35.
I didn't see what really happened as he crashed the line that time, but
it looked like a misdirection run. The man came back, and good blocking ahead of it. But he's 2 or 3 yards short of a first.
And from this position, they must be going to punt it, and Hand Fields are going to punt. Duggan and Wallaby back.
Duggan on this side of the field, Wallaby on the other side. Punt formation for the Red Raiders. And man jumps early. Eric Becker was getting a running start, and that unfortunately is going to give Derby a first down. That's a mistake.
That's a shame. Eric doesn't make too many mistakes like that, but that one's a costly one. Eric will make it back, though. You watch him block one of those or something like that.
He undoubtedly was going to put a big rush on the punter, and he got a little anxious on the start. So that's a first down by penalty for the Raiders at the 40. 1 setback behind the quarterback. He's looking to throw to the left side. There's a man open over there, and Sullivan's got his man pinned in.
Now the receiver turned around once he caught that. He was looking for a place to go, and
Sullivan had the corner protected, and Nick Ricano came in and finished off the tackle.
Gain of about 4.5 on that, though. 4.5, 5.
This is the 2nd string quarterback for the Derby Red Raiders, but he does show a pretty good arm. Run to the right side, and
There goes the contain again.
the contain was broken there, and the man's got a long ways to go. He's going to have to be caught by somebody inside the 10. Finally cut down, caught from behind by Dan Glenn. Dan Glenn caught up with that play, but
nice second effort on Danny.
It was broken around the right side.
Basically, the same thing happened, though. It was the same side. They were coming around their right-hand side, and they totally nailed Hans Contain. Hans Contain stayed inside, didn't stay outside, and worked against them for another big game.
Dan Glenn came from clear across the field on that. Byro Kishrala was trying to run it down, but he wasn't quite quick enough to do it. Wedge into the middle, and down to about the 1 or 2.
Looks like they're just going to try to pound it in from out there. You know, they had about 5 yards, 4 yards to go, and they're going to try to get a yard with every down, it looks like.
Looks like they're about 2 away from the end zone. We're at 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Derby is leading 3-0, and they're down near the goal line again. Quarterback rolling left, looking to throw, and now he's being pressured. There's a man wide open in the end zone. Complete pass, touchdown Derby. They're leading 9-0 with a conversion try coming. There's good pressure on the quarterback, but a man just got open beyond the defensive hand.
Yeah, I think he slipped between a couple of hand defenders deep and got out there okay. Mac Dolan almost was able to bring down the quarterback, so.
That was a nice throw. It was lofted right over
that's right.
over the defense, and it wasn't thrown too hard. That was the key to it. Conversion try coming, which would make it 10-0.
He hit him, and then he saw that it was passing.
It's a low snap on the ground, fumbled, and the kicker is back looking for some place to go with it, and that one is not going to amount to any score. Snowed under by hand.
Well, what we really saw down there, and the 2 big runs are identical runs, identical plays that were called.
Around the corner.
Around the right-hand side, and the other time, of course, it was going the opposite direction during the first quarter. But it was identical, the same kind of blocking structure and everything. So Hans outside linebacker or defensive end is going to have to spread a little bit further and not bite on what looks like a line dive on that.
So at 6:13 left before the half, Derby is leading Hand 9-0. Got it teed up on a near hash, and Duggan is on this side, and Bob Duggan fields the ball to 15. Takes one man, comes down the sideline. He needs one man there to beat, and he'd had a lot of room to run. He brings it across the 30 to about the 34.
I have a feeling Bobby may break one of those this year. The way he's looking at that, he's taking his time. He's not slowing down too much as he comes up, but he's taking his time to look it over. And he almost had enough room, just not quite enough sideline there.
He brought that one back about 18 yards. They spotted at the 39.
34.
Excuse me, 34. wrong line marker. Hand with 2 receivers to the right. And a throw to the right. Complete pass, short gain. Short gain completed to Dan Glenn. 86 over there.
Well, we don't see him come out throwing very often on the first play, but it's worth 2 or 3 yards, actually, I guess, huh?
About a 3-yard gain. Completed pass.
Walby coming wide this side.
Now, Walby and Glenn on the near side of the field. And Milligan looking for one of them over here. Man, wide open. That's Walby. Walby gets past one person there. He should have a first down.
Should be.
He needed the 44, and he got to the 45.
Yeah, well, that's good. I like seeing that. He's used 2 different receivers as far as completions go. And Greg's doing a nice job. Sophomore, he's a big boy. I'll have to come up with a good nickname for him.
I got great faith that you'll find one, Frank. First down for Hand at the 45. We have about 5 minutes left before the half. Milligan rolling right, and a man after him. Now he gets away. Intercepted. A diving interception by Derby on the far side.
My goodness. They're picking those things off the carpet, too, but
I couldn't tell if he caught that or not, but the referee said he did. And he's the one that counted.
Yeah, he was a lot closer than we were. There's no question about that.
So turnovers continue to plague Hand a bit. They can't sustain a drive without turning it over.
Timeout.
We have a timeout for Hand at 4:46 left before the half. That was Hand's first timeout of the half. Derby has a man split wide right and man in the slot. And it's a run up the middle, a misdirection, and a long run. Finally cut down by Dan Carroll. Helped out by Tim Sullivan, but not till the ball carrier took the ball about 17, 18 yards.
There was a hole a mile wide in the middle of the line that time. I don't think you get the first 5 yards get even touched by Hand. Hand's got to settle down that line a little bit.
First down.
Going to get awful tired with all the time they're going to be on the field here. So
ball down at the 38. And there's another misdirection going back to the other side, but Eric Becker was there waiting for that play. Stayed at home on it, made the tackle. Short gain a yard or two.
Eric's going to be out there. He's going to be hungry now. You watch him. There's a lot of faith in that boy. See what else is going to happen down there. We got to try to get a turnover to ourselves. Do a little payback here.
Dan Carroll and Tim Sullivan are in coverage, and Bob Duggan. It's run to the right, a sweep right, and a good tackle on the backfield by Dan Carroll.
Nice job.
Carroll was up protecting against the flanker there. When he saw it was a run, he came in and made the tackle.
Yeah, you can see that's the same play they had tried. They got before with the big gains. This time we were able to throw it for about a 3-yard loss.
They're down 11. I saw Dan Carroll before that play come up to play opposite the man in the slot. This time Derby's got 3 receivers to the left, and they're going to run right up the middle.
Yep.
Man falls forward for 2 or 3.
Now,
59 for Hand is on the bottom of that tackle. That's Nate Fisher. Nick Riccano helps clean it up. 4th down and about 8 for Derby. But they're at the 36. What do we do here, Frank? They won't punt from this position.
I don't think
probably,
they would. No, I think they'd go for it because if they punt and get in the end zone, they'd only be picking up about 15 yards.
Derby goes for it on 4th down, 4th and long, probably a pass play.
Probably. Almost a little.
Roll left, looking to throw. He's looking long. And complete pass. There's a flag down. Flag down, and the ball is carried to about the 7, but a flag is down.
I think they're going to...
That may have been offensive pushing off.
It looked like it. It looked like it to me.
The defensive man for Hand was in good position there, and all of a sudden he got pushed out of the play, I believe. We'll see how they call that. That's an offensive interference call and a very good call. We saw that one plainly, even though the Derby coaches over here did not see it that way.
Yeah.
Right, safe.
Well,
What are you, man?
we got...
You want to help him out?
my goodness. Sounds like good sportsmanship to me, but...
That was a good call. we can see that one from up here.
We ought to apologize right now on the broadcast here for the language.
For the Derby coaches did not see a push-off on that one. Well, I saw it pretty plainly.
I did too. I guess maybe in Derby football you have to hit them with 2 hands.
That will now bring up 4th down and about a little over 20.
Wait a minute. That's not sports, right?
Now we've got a timeout for Derby until the referees figure out where the ball is to be spotted. Timeout for Derby. That's what happened on that play. It was a 4th down play, and it was an infraction and offensive pass interference against Derby.
So they lose the ball because it was 4th down, and they get penalized the 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. Hand takes over with that sort of game. Long pass coming down.
Out of bounds. Well out of bounds, aiming for Walby on the far sideline.
Well, that was a good exchange for Hand. Hand was very, very lucky with that time. So we'll take it from where we are. Another timeout is called on the field.
That's an official's timeout.
Okay.
10 at midfield with 2 minutes left before the half. And Hand needs to get something on the board here.
They really do. You don't
Milligan rolling right, looking to throw him. Man, wide open. That's Dan Carroll. Got a first down plus another 5.
That was a nice little dump, Carroll.
A 15-yard pass play completed to Dan Carroll over in the flat with no defender near him.
No, he was wide open. He filtered out from his fullback position right out behind the line, and everybody's taking up their defensive structs, and away they go. Nice job.
First down is at 35. Hand should have plenty of time. It's 1:50 left before the half. It's a draw play, and Noble, Daryl Noble with a big hole, and Noble takes it down near the 20. There's a flag coming in late, and that's thrown in Hand's backfield, it looks like.
Very late on the flag.
Let's see what that call is. That one is going to be a holding call against Hand. That will bring back that good run by Daryl Noble.
That was the best that he's had so far, and really looking good on it. But now we're going to see 1st and 15 now for Hand.
1st and 15 back at the 40.
That's a shame. Man, I really love to see him get on the what, minute 29. Not a lot of time the way this game's been going.
Glenn and Duggan split to the right. And Milligan rolling to the right. Good protection this time, and it's thrown into the ground. Incomplete pass. He dumped that one off low, and probably a good thing because there was good coverage down there around Duggan.
Yeah. The way this is going, you don't want to press the point too far with that.
Second and 15 at the 40.
Well, Bobby's going out and Dan Anderson's going out, so yeah, Glenn is in for receiving, and so is Duggan.
Noble and Carroll are behind Milligan. The receivers are to the right. Straight back, a drop, and sort of a screen play to Daryl Noble. Now Noble swinging back to the far side, and then comes back and takes a tackle on him for a loss.
Daryl's having a hard night tonight. Not only is he not getting a lot of yardage, he's going to be pretty black and blue by the time it's over. But
he was hemmed in on that. That's the nearest thing I've seen the Hand run. It looked like a screen pass.
Usually you try to have your own colored jerseys in front of you, though, when you do something like that, and they were all red.
Noble was wanting to take it around the right side, but he just couldn't get there.
Yeah, the man who pressured the quarterback was able to come back on him.
Yeah, that's who made the tackle, wasn't it?
Yes.
Basically made the tackle from the blind side.
That's right, he did.
What do we got here? Timeout?
Who knows? There must be some sort of an official timeout. They're checking their cards and all that stuff. And a minute 5 left there. Who knows what's going to happen right now?
3rd and 20 for Hand.
Hand has almost got negative yardage right now. I mean, for the game.
That's probably true. Matt Mace over the ball at center. Ryan Milligan at quarterback. Milligan rolling to the right. He's got protection there for a little bit, and now a man cuts him down after about 2-yard gain. That'll bring up 4th and long for Hand.
4th and long, and I think this is a little bit too much to try a field goal from.
We're inside of a minute, and the clock is running.
You know, literally, if Hand was up at the original line of scrimmage, we might have seen something, but.
You gotta go down with
The referee stops the clock for an official's timeout.
Pick up a 2 on that last play. Put it in a 4th down and long.
I'm trying to get someone doing on top.
Okay, there we go. 4th and long.
It's a punt for the Hand Tigers.
Mike Hominick in punt formation, and Derby does not drop anybody back.
Well, they may be trying to go for it. Trying to block it. They got a pretty good rush on.
And he's aiming it for the sideline. Kicks it out of bounds.
Right about the 20.
I'm not sure where that one's going to be marked. At about the 25, it looks like.
Oh, jeez.
Hominick's kick goes out of bounds, and the Red Raiders will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Well, they moved it clear back to the 30, but there are only 20 seconds left before the half.
Oh, that sure looked like it was a little longer punt than me, but hey.
Well, it went quite a ways out of bounds, so it's kind of hard to see the angle there. And it looks like Derby is just going to take a knee and kill this last 20 seconds, which they do.
That's what they are.
That will run out the half with Derby Red Raiders leading Daniel Hand High School 9-0. Frank, Hand hasn't done much on offense tonight.
No, not at all. Like we say, almost negative yardage. I've got, just do a quicker here because it's not that much positive overall, but Daryl Noble for +2 yards on the half, and we've got 12 yards for Dan Carroll, 4 yards for Milligan. It's all the offensive yards we have unofficially here. Now, we also have 11, I have unofficially 11 attempted passes with five completions.
And two caught by the wrong people, right?
Glenn's got about 26 yards, Walby 6, and Carroll 15 total yards. So that's, you know, when you really add that together, Hand is very hard pressed to structure themselves at about 70 yards of offense during the whole half here. So that's why they're behind. They can't seem to get anything rolling after those turnovers.
We will take a break for halftime and be back very shortly for the 3rd quarter.
We get a big drive.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Daniel Hand Tiger Marching Band is under the direction of Richard Pisano. Tonight, we will bring you back to the 60s, 70s, and 80s with some classic selections. Kate Gardner, Kate Heritage, and Greg Hill will lead the band downfield to the Grand Trunk Railroad hit from the 70s. We're an American band. The captains of our Tigerette flag squad, Glenn Goodman, Tim Francis, and Annette Catapano, have combined precision, style, and color as they perform to the Robert Palmer hit of the 1980s. Simply irresistible.
Swimming team and
To close our halftime show, that Tiger Band and Flag Squad will perform our school fight song.
No, you happen to watch Penn State I know, I guess it's well, I like to watch Wisconsin now because
We're about ready to begin third quarter of this football game with the Red Raiders of Derby leading Hand 9-0.
Oh, this will be the first kickoff of Jimmy Willis.
It is the
tonight.
first kickoff for him, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
Anybody ever tell you that?
He hasn't had a kickoff or a conversion or a field goal try yet, so he is well rested on his right leg. Derby drops 2 men deep.
Who do we have
Back at about the 5.
See who the horses are they have back there, but
Hand with quite a few mistakes in that first half and a couple of big turnovers, 2 long runs against them. Willis hits it hard and low, and it bounces, picked up at about the 8. Return up the right side, he's got a lane. Finally cut down at about the 34.
you got about a 26-yard return on that.
That's Mason Carroll in on the tackle. Dan Carroll does a lot of things, and most run backs, Dan Carroll is also in on the tackle.
He does. He's positioned to get down there deep and fast, which he can well do, and you see it. He's in on almost all of them.
Second half, 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Derby with the ball at the 34 as we begin the second half. Tight formation for Derby. And it's a run, the first man right up the middle. Gains no more than a yard, tackled by number 59.
Nate Fisher. Nice job coming in off his tackle position. He's down on the right tackle over there, and he came a little bit around. Oh, we got a little injury.
Ryan Connolly is slow to get up after that play.
Kind of holding his ribs a little bit.
We have a break in the action here is the look at Connolly. For that play, Ryan Connolly went off on his own power, but he was waving his left arm around.
I probably got a stinger on the shoulder there.
Quarterback looking to throw, looking across the middle, looking deep, and it's almost intercepted. Dan Glenn gets a hand on it, knocks it down.
And Danny Glenn was right on that thing. Almost had a chance for the turnover.
It's broken up by number 86 for Hand, Dan Glenn.
3rd down and 9.
And it faded a lot of people back on pass coverage, too, that time.
Once again, that winning 56.
The deep men for Hand are Tim Sullivan playing center field. Duggan on this side, Glenn on the other. And quarterback option to the left side, and it's bobbled and man fumbles. Man falls on it at about the 29. That will bring up 4th and long.
Mac the knife sliced through there, something beautifully, and put the heavy pressure on the quarterback so that he couldn't get the flip out on the option play at all.
So Derby's decision to take the ball first in the second half has ended up with losses. They got 4th and 16, punt formation. Duggan on this side, Greg Walby on the other to receive this punt.
At the 38-yard line, Hand is looking to pick that ball up.
It snapped a little low, but he feels it fine. Good punt. Good punt, punted to Walby, and Walby catches it and is buried immediately. He didn't call a fair catch, did he?
No, he didn't. He probably should have. He probably didn't quite think of it. Only a sophomore now. It's this first game we've seen him back here on kick returns, and that's a little scary position to be in back there.
2 men went right over the top of him immediately as he caught the ball. And with the ball at the 36. Darrell Noble, a tailback, and he hasn't gained much in this game. He had 1 good run and was brought back by a penalty, and that's Carroll, who goes through for a couple of yards, hard yards right up the middle.
Not much up the center in this particular game. Usually the guys are able to start breaking some holes out there, and we haven't seen that happen yet.
There has really been very little running room inside the tackles for Hand.
Hand really had very few plays, only about 24 plays in the whole first half. Usually you see that in running plays, 24. But change of position and not that much possession as it was.
Ryan Milligan at quarterback. Hands off to Darrell Noble, who wedges forward for about 3 or 4. And he was following Dan Carroll. Chad Taylor was blocking out in front of that one.
whistle stop and
Gain about 5 on that play.
equipment fixed down there, so that's an official timeout that we have.
We'll bring up third and about 3. For Hand.
It's very seldom you see Hand without any scores on the board, and we see that right now in the third period.
Greg Walby and Eric Becker are both split left. Dan Carroll goes to the right. Darrell Noble is the only man behind the quarterback. And it's pitched to Noble. And Noble cuts in, and he's got the first down. He got the first down by a yard.
It's about 4, and I mean, he really made that on his own. Once he got to the line, he had to do a little bobbing weave, and the Noble one did it. First down.
He was running behind Viral Kishwalla, the right tackle, and the tight end over there was sophomore James Kingsley. First down for Hand at the 48.
Hand needs to get some momentum going. Error-free momentum.
Run by Noble, and not much there. Falls forward for a yard.
I'm going to be generous and give him a couple, I think.
Yeah, he gained about a yard and a half.
He deserves to get a couple of yards on that one. He really had to ramrod his way through those yellow Red Raiders those red Raiders.
There were a lot of people on top of him at the end of that play. 2nd and 8. Hand with 2 receivers to the left. And Milligan's coming this way. Good block by Noble. And Milligan turns the corner, gains a little bit. He gained 4 or 5.
We're going to give him 4 on that. See how that takes care of. Wasn't able to quite turn the corner, and that's what they were looking for on that play. There were a couple of nice blocks from Darrell Noble and Dan Carroll, but he wasn't able to get out here fast enough to turn before it closed and turn the corner.
3rd down now and about 4.
Ryan's a big boy, though. We got to remember he's only a sophomore. Got a lot of experience last year too.
Near the 46.
But he's only a junior, excuse me. Last year as a sophomore, he got a lot about that.
And has 2 receivers to the short side of the field, which is the near side. Run up the middle, and that's Dan Carroll still going. First down across the 40.
And then he did his fleet of foot himself, but
There was a good run up the middle.
he picked his way on that one. Nice job.
Somebody stood him up after about a 2-yard gain, and then he turned it on again.
He keeps those legs churning.
All down to the 38. First down for Hand. They need a score here to get back in this game. They're trailing 9-0. Hand takes a timeout before this play.
Personnel.
Hand takes their first down, or first timeout, excuse me, of the second half. Have a first down. Milligan rolling right, and there's a lot of defense over there, and he's going to be snowed under for about a 6-yard loss.
Dan Anderson was trying to hold the blockers away from Ryan out there, but
there were 3 defensive men coming in on Milligan.
He wasn't able to do 3. He was only able to take out 1. It's tough. We've seen an awful lot of that kind of backpedaling.
2nd and about 15 or 16 for Hand. Ball now to 44. Milligan looking to throw. There's a man, complete pass to Duggan. Duggan's across the 35, about the 34. Short of a first down, but picked up a good chunk of it.
What, about 10 yards that time, kid?
Pretty close, 9 or 10.
That was Bobby's first completion to him. We usually see him as a prime target, but Ryan's been spreading it around. Bobby got a nice seam open that time.
3rd and about 5 for Hand.
It's a way to kind of do it, too, if you can. Take it in chunks. You don't have to get it all back at once.
This is a run by Carroll, and Carroll does not get much. Maybe gains a yard. Carroll was trying to angle it behind right guard, right tackle, and did not have an opening.
There's absolutely nothing there that time. So it's 4th down and a bunch.
4th and about 5. No gain at all on that play.
I say a bunch. 5 yards at this time, and under these conditions, which is no momentum. It's really
4th down play for Hand.
If they can make it happen,
They got Glenn on the left side and Duggan on the right. And Glenn is motion right, so they've overloaded to the right side. Milligan being pursued. There's a man. Complete pass to Bob Duggan. First down.
Nice job, Bobby.
Down to the 25.
Bobby went right where he had to. He went about 3 yards past the down marker, and he picked him up.
Bob Duggan with a sure play, caught it about 3, as you said, about 3 yards beyond the first down stick. Went out of bounds.
He took him out, and he didn't button hooky, but he took his man deep, and then he just cut it very quickly to the side. Nice timing by Milligan.
5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Hand is still trailing 9-0 to the Derby Red Raiders. And Darrell Noble is hitting the backfield. Loses a couple.
Boy, he's
There was a delay to Noble, who had no place to go.
That's a tough position there tonight, Ken. I tell you, I think my ribs are feeling it for Darrell right now. He's a very fine young man. Everybody knows he's giving it his heart in there, but nothing's opening up.
He's got 2 or 3 red shirts looking at him every time he gets the ball. Second and about 12. Milligan throwing to the left. And it's complete pass, knocked down immediately, but that's completed to Glenn. Short play, however.
Yeah, got about 3 yards on that
They
thing.
only got down to about the 24.
Not much, but it's a nice catch, and at least he held on to it, made some positive yards on it.
Third and almost 9 for Hand. They're down in 4-down territory, however.
That was the 4th catch for Dan so far tonight.
Hand is overloaded to the right, and Milligan's going that way. Now he throws, and it's intercepted by Derby. Derby man picks it off down about the 15 and brings it back to the 20.
Wow.
Looking for a receiver there, and there was a defensive man on either side of him.
Yeah, there was really no room there that time. It may have been open for a little while, but by the time Ryan got it back, they closed on him. And 3rd turnover on interceptions. That's a shame.
Tried to wedge that one in, and too many defensive players there. So Derby gets the ball back with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. The ball is down at the 20. And run to the left side and cut back, and a good gain. Tackled by Mac Dolan and Dan Carroll. Gain of 7.
Real nice tackle by Mac that time. Bring him down, but it's a good gain. 8-yard gain. 7-8-yard gain, maybe.
Well, 7-yard gain. This time Derby overloads the left side. And they run left. And the man breaks a tackle, gets up to the 30, and maybe just short of a first down.
I think it's just short. They did have, that time the Red Raiders.
Well, they marked that across the 30, Frank.
Oh,
they're going to give him a first down on that one.
I don't know how they did that. I'd say that was a very friendly mark that time.
Last week, the referees put the ball down right where the knee hit, and this week they're giving it full extension of where the ball goes.
He stretched it out, and they gave it to him.
First down for Derby.
Okay, let's see what they
Derby is not dominating this game as Fairfield Prep did, for instance, in the second half, but Hand has made too many mistakes so far. There's a gain of only a yard. Racano is in on the bottom of that, and Eric Becker.
Yeah, you could almost choose a name, and they were in on that particular.
Yeah, Dolan's there.
But you're right. They're not really dominating at this point at all, but they haven't caused any errors either. Haven't even seen any penalties to speak of.
Has Derby turned it over yet?
No.
That's Hand has turned it over 3 times, and Derby has not turned it over, and that's a good share of the difference so far.
Okay.
Quarterback looking to throw, rolling right, and he finally unloads. Complete pass up to the 40. Knocked out of bounds by Duggan.
That'll be a first down.
And that's a first down where they've got that marked.
He is knocked out of bounds by number.
Receiver went down and came back to the ball.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he did a nice job on it, and the quarterback held it as long as he could, too. Mac Dolan was closing on him fairly fast, but he got it away.
First down for Derby at the 42.
Now, being a backup quarterback, he's getting some pretty good experience in this game. There's no question about that.
Run to the left side, and nothing there. Hand closes that one down. That's Mac Dolan in the bottom of that tackle.
Matt Mesa holding his own there at on the line. Nice job. Both young men down there.
Mac Dolan met his man behind the line of scrimmage that play.
Losses are 1 on that play. Will give the Red Raiders a 2nd down and 11.
Chad Taylor came in, and Nate Fisher going out.
This is the point of the game that Hand's defense has been on the field quite a bit, so they'll probably rotate Mesa and Connolly and Anderson a little bit. Quarterback still got it, looking to throw. Across the middle, complete pass. Complete, and a first down for Derby down across the 45. Down to the 44.
Well, he's wide open. That particular point in the seam is awful open. We saw it last week with Shelton, and we're seeing it this week, so somehow they got to close that up a little bit. Not a lot of pressure on the quarterback that time. The line did a great job for the Raiders.
Ball's at the 44, and Derby is taking it down the field so far. It's a run to the near side, and
Tane's gone almost.
Good job.
Turned the corner, made some yardage. I was looking for a possibility of a block from behind there.
Yeah, you know, I thought that the contain had totally gone away on that, but one of the other people in the box was blocking out Bobby Duggan. Bobby had stayed back, did a nice job.
2-yard gain. We have men going in all directions. A cut back to the left and a gain of maybe 5. It's a wing T type of formation.
Yeah, it really is.
And they run back to the, they have...
almost a cross buck.
Yeah, they have a cross there between the backfield men.
Just a little bit of misdirection play to get the team moving. The opposition moving one direction, come back the other way, and it was good for a few yards.
Third quarter runs out with that play, and Derby still continues to lead 9-0.
Still call this a defensive battle, I guess.
Well, so far Hand has had turnovers after they keep the ball a little while. They just haven't been able to sustain it clear down to the end zone.
And each time it's really been turned over to about the same area of the field, down around the 30-yard line, 20-yard line, something like that.
We have 12 more minutes left in this game. Okay. Fourth quarter begins with Derby down at the 37. 3rd and 2. Running right up the middle and nailed right at near the line of scrimmage. He fell forward for a yard. I'll bring up 4th and short.
Well, that was punishment right there, babe. Let's have a little bit more of that.
Somebody came in low and hard there. I didn't see who.
That was Eric. Yeah,
Becker?
Mr. Becker. He did a great job. 4th down and about a yard.
4th and 1 for Hand, for Derby.
Definitely think they'll go for this. Yeah. It's going to be tough. It is a sneak position here. They could try a QB sneak.
He only needs about 2 feet.
And Hand thinks the same thing. They're crowding the center.
There's a man moved early for Derby, but they didn't.
If
they didn't make it, so Hand will get the ball.
Yeah, Hand will turn it down, turn down the penalty.
Even if they had made it, that play was going to come back.
Offense refused. First down right.
And gets the ball on downs with 11:20 left in the game.
Not a dead ball foul. Not a dead ball foul.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I can't believe Coach doesn't know the rules over here. Holy smokes.
Hand with the ball back, first down at the 35.
Okay, guys, let's go.
We have 11 minutes left in this ball game, and Hand needs to put something together here. Daryl Noble gets the ball, makes a cut, makes another one, and gains about 5 or 6 after all of that change of direction.
Boy, Those are hard ones.
Brought down by number 60.
A lot of energy used up.
And number 54.
We can get him broken loose. It won't take him long to get down that field if we can break him loose.
About 6 yards on that.
Hand is just, I mean, just the energy level. You just can't quite see it there, guys.
Gain about 6 on that play. Brings up second down and about 4 to go.
Ben Carroll, fullback. Milligan rolling to the left, going to throw left, and there's a man wide open. That's Walby, got the first down. He's past the sticks.
Yeah, Walby's going to get about 6 off of that.
A little over 6 yards, first down for Hand.
Enough to get that first down, and we love it.
Ball is at 46.
Number 5, Greg
I can't believe these guys over here. Sorry, Mr. Audience. I wish the audience that's going to see this Monday night could pick up on this over here. Kukla, Fran, and Ollie on our far right side.
You may learn a few new words, new adjectives.
Oh, well. Anyway, here we go, guys.
And
Got something
two
going
receivers to
here.
the near side.
Yep.
Man got back, and that's Dan Carroll, who gains nothing. Hit right at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of stopping and starting in there, and it ended up being more stop than start.
They actually lost part of a yard on that run.
Oh, goodness.
Second down 10.
We've got to try to get something happening here. It's really running the time down on us, Kent. I'm getting antsy.
Dan Anderson in the slot right this time. Greg Walby split wide right. Pitch to Noble in the backfield, makes a cut, finds a hole, and he's going to be a couple short of a first down, but a good game. The Red Raiders ripped the ball out of his arm, but after the whistle.
Okay, that's about 8 yards, though. They are going to go hard for that ball, and Darrell has got some pretty good arm strength on him, but he's not going to be able to fight back too much.
Hand needs to go to the 44. They're now at the 47.
You know, you learn something at every single game. I mean, the players do. And this is a young group, so they're learning a lot tonight, but they'll come out of it bigger and better, no question.
3rd and 3 for Hand. And it's run by Darrell Noble, cut to the left. Should have the first down.
Another 5.
Got the first down, yep. Gained 5 or 6 on that. So
I bet he thinks, though, when he plays that track and does his sprints in the springtime, it's a lot easier to get your letter that way.
There aren't 4 people tackling you then.
Oh, my.
First down for Hand, and this is one of their better drives so far. Let's see if they can keep possession of it, Frank. That's been their problem so far.
The band's trying hard over there, Kent, getting them going.
Pitch wide left to Noble, cuts back, and he is hit for about a 2-yard loss.
Something happening in there where the Derby players will slide their blocks away and come in on you.
From the formation.
The ball is back to about the 45. They gave him a 3-yard loss on that run.
You know, when you have a halfback toss like that, you're coming from an awful long ways back then.
2nd and 13. Milligan rolling to the right. Now he's going to bring it down. Dodges one man, but he's got a couple of more defenders pushing him out of bounds.
Well, that was one of those coverage type sacks. It wasn't really a sack because he made some positive yards. But boy, didn't open up for him the way he wanted it to.
3rd and 11 coming up.
I'd like to see him get at least close enough for Jimmy to come out.
Actually, a field goal and a touchdown could win this game for him. A 9-point lead by Derby, and we have 8 minutes left in the game. Milligan rolling left. Now he's going to look down the middle, and 2 flags are down. That's going to be an interference call against the defense, I think. 2 referees saw that one.
Yeah, they did. 2 flags came out, kind of checkered the field with a little bit of litter, but I think we'll like this particular litter.
That's defensive pass interference.
Yeah, from the...
Who was that, Duggan?
No, Walby was out there.
Walby.
No.
Pass interference?
Pass interference, yeah.
Pass interference call.
Anywhere you get near the ball?
No, you have to hit the man. They did.
Hit the man before the ball gets there.
You can...
Serving, first one.
And not only get
Well,
the first down, but big field position change on that one. We'll love it. We take it. We'll take all the positive we can.
Are you on? Did somebody call timeout?
Yeah.
That could be a break that Hand is looking for. A big pass interference call against the defense of Derby.
Yeah.
Gives Hand a first down.
They take the
Daryl
momentum.
Noble is trying to turn the corner and cannot do it. Loses a couple of yards.
They are not giving him any. They're really keyed in on Daryl is what this is all about, I think, right now. We can't seem to make any holes or hold the blocks. The Derby players are doing a nice job on the line there, but can't seem to get anything at all up there.
They spotted that ball right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain. 2nd and 10 for Hand, and they're down at about the 26, 27. Milligan rolling left. He's got protection. He's got some room to run there if he can cut it back.
All right.
Cuts it back and gains maybe 5.
That's okay. We'll take that one, Ryan. Ryan is big. Ryan can do those things. As long as he covers up the ball and as long as he covers it and protects that thing, he gets down there 5 more yards. That's nice.
Give him about 4 on the spot. Ball's about to 23. Hand is deep enough for 4 down territory here, and they're behind, so they need to keep it going. Duggan is wide right.
Glenn's flanking inside.
Milligan is going to roll right. Got pretty good protection here, and complete pass to Duggan inside the 20. That's short of a first down, however.
Right, not a first.
Going to be a couple of yards short of a first on. It'll bring up a 4th down play. About the 19.
Okay, now we've got some pretty good spread on the passes. We get Glenn with 4 catches, Welby with a couple, Carroll with 1, and Duggan with 3 now. So if we can put it in the end zone or get some scoring here, it'd be neat because they are spreading it around.
First they need a first down here, right?
Yep, exactly. I don't want to get ahead of myself. You're right, but
4th and a long 2. Now power I for Hand. Dan Anderson is in that backfield. Looks like a strong run formation to the right, and Noble is trying to go forward. He's very close.
Boy, oh boy, that's a long ways to go with the power.
He's very close.
Usually they only see that with about a yard to go, but they're going to have to, they'll all depend on the spot.
They're going to measure this one.
Yeah.
We got an angle here. I can't tell where it is, Frank.
Well, they've already changed the manhandling not the yardstick, but the down stick. He's already changed it to first down and started heading the opposite way, but he is a hometown guy, you know that.
He lives in Derby, right?
Right. Oh my. That really was a long distance to try to make on the power.
And Hand gets a first down.
Boy,
barely.
Just by the hair of your chinny chin chin. To take one from Gable's Fables or Fables Gables.
Gable's Fables.
Well, we like it. I got to give somebody a couple yards on that.
Ball is down near the 17. First down for Hand. We got a little over 6 minutes left in the game, so Hand really does need to score. This is trips left. 3 receivers flooded to the left side of the field. And Milligan is looking for one of them. That's Dan Glenn, who gains maybe 4. Complete pass to Glenn.
Well, they're seeing that quite well. The players, both Milligan and Glenn and Duggan actually have combined on that particular pass route.
Both Duggan and Noble cleared out there, and Glenn came back for the ball. Gained about 4 on first. They're now inside the 15, down about the 13. And that's Daryl Noble. Noble breaks 1 tackle. He's down near the 10.
Well, that was a tough one. If he had popped to the left on that, I don't know, he would have been able to really go for some distance, I think.
They're going to put the ball right on the 10, and they're going to need 3 for a first down. Long 3. 3rd down play. Third down play. And Hand puts their 3 receivers to the right on this play. And they're going to give it to Dan Carroll right up the middle. He's driven back, but he gains a yard or two, short of a first down.
Yeah. My goodness gracious, those are tough yards down there, Ken.
That's going to bring up another 4th down play, 4th and 2. Didn't we have about 4th and 2 or 3 the last time, Frank?
Just about the same distance. Maybe a hair longer on the last one.
The ball is down about to 8. But this is 4th down. They need 2.5 yards.
And we don't see the power eye.
No. That may be a pass play. Milligan rolling right. He's going to keep it. Now he's got the corner. He's got the corner. There's a flag down. A flag is down.
There's a flag. Flip. Yeah.
Flag down, and that could be an illegal block.
What a shame. That's going to bring it way back.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to give it.
Flag is lying right near the goal line, and that'll be an illegal block against Hand.
I didn't see.
Milligan took it near the goal. I don't know if he took it in, Frank. But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, right. He was going to be in with it, but that's really a shame. Now,
that was one of the better blocking interference plays that Hand has run ahead of Milligan.
Yeah, it had.
Except that there was one block that wasn't quite the right kind.
Yeah, and that was really one of those when you actually turn your back. You know, you turn your back because of chasing the play a little differently, and I think the Hand player came down on it, which is too bad. So
Hand gets that 4th down play over, but now the ball is at the 17. 4th and 10.
Jimmy's out.
Jim Willis is out with a field goal tee. They're going to spot that at the 24. That'll make it a 34. It'll be a 34-yard try. Ball is down. The kick is up, and that looks good.
Let's see the mark.
And it is good.
Okay.
Daniel Hand gets on the scoreboard with 4:10 left in the game, with Jim Willis hitting a field goal from, what do we say, 38?
Yeah.
So they're back in the game because it's only a 6-point differential if they can get the ball back.
They have to work hard to get that ball back, not let the Red Raiders come out here and, stall that ball for very long. Try to cause a turnover themselves if they can. Maybe we'll even see an onside kick, but I don't want to say that too loudly. There's a lot of time left in this game. Really, 4 minutes is pretty good.
4 minutes is long enough if their defense can rise up and stop the other team.
Let's see if the Raiders put on a hand stick. No, they're not. They're putting on big numbers. Oh, they got some. See how they work it. Hope that puts some juice into the gang.
Well, it's good to see Hand on the board, but here most of the 4th quarter before they get the first point.
What do we got? We've got
4:10 left.
They've got their big horses out back, so they don't. Red Raiders don't expect an onside kick, so let's.
Well, they're moving everybody up except the deep 2, though. Look at.
Yeah.
The 2 men dropped deep, and everybody else is fairly close. It's
going to 10.
It's an onside kick, and it's still loose.
Oh, no, it's bouncing. It's still bouncing.
It's still loose. It bounced away from a couple of players. And Derby gets the ball.
Oh, there must have been 6 or 7 kids having their hands on that ball.
Had a good shot at that one.
It was close. A couple of the guys had their hands on it, I know that.
It's clear down to the 33.
Well, it's as good as a long kick anyway that way.
That ball was bounced around a great deal, wasn't it?
Well, if you kicked it long and gone out of bounds sideline, you would have brought it back to the 35.
It went to 10 yards, and a Hand player got a hand on it and knocked it away from Derby, and then it was a scramble.
I think Jimmy Willis was awful close.
They had a rugby scrum going there after that ball, after it got knocked away from the first Derby man. The Red Raiders, however, get the ball and run up the middle and cut down after about a 2-yard gain. Dan Anderson's on top of that tackle.
Boy, somebody else brought him down. It wasn't Dan Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson finished it off. Somebody came in low.
And I couldn't see it. I didn't even see who brought him down. It's too bad. Like
Ryan Connolly and Chad Taylor are in that defensive line, down 3. They're running to the right, and he's dragged down by Mac Dolan. Dolan, sure tackle right around the ankles.
Oh, that shark face on Mac Dolan.
There wasn't much gain there.
No.
That'll bring up 3rd and about 7.
Yeah. Well, they've been successful with going to the right side and sealing off. Let's see if they try it again.
They need to stop this play.
Yes.
This is 3rd and long. And if they can stop this play, they got the ball back. We're right at 3 minutes. He run up the middle, and he isn't going to get much. Gain maybe a yard. That'll bring up 4th down, and Derby will have to punt it away to Hand.
Nice defense down there on those 3 plays. And
Hand stops the clock. Was that their 2nd timeout of the half? I can't recall.
Second timeout, yes.
We have 2:45 left on the clock, and Derby will be punting it back to Hand. Derby leading by 6 points. Okay. 4th down play for Derby. Punt formation. Hand drops Walby and Duggan.
And it looks like they are going to try to get a run back, too, because a lot of times this position of the game, you don't sink your retrievers back. You try to just let the ball die. Now, this time,
blockers here. The ball is loose, and it looks like Derby's got it. Craig Walby cannot handle the punt, and Derby gets it back at about the 30.
He called for a fair catch, but, you know, being a rookie at that job, he probably didn't quite trust that the Derby players are coming down hard and fast on him, and it just slipped through his arms.
That's a shame, because the Derby gets another chance to run clock here.
So you call that a turnover?
Yeah, that's a big turnover for Derby. And Derby will pound the ball right at Hand to run the clock.
Yeah, they'll let every second get off that board they possibly can.
We're down to 2:15 left. They're in a wishbone type formation. They're going to just run it right up the middle. Tackled by Dan Anderson, Nick Riccano, Eric Becker, all in there.
Defense is going to hold as tough as they can, as long as they can.
But this is a tough position for him, because even if they can hold Derby, they're not going to have much time in most of the field to go.
That's right. And Derby will just sink back and make sure they don't get the long play.
Derby comes out in wishbone with these last 2 plays. They're going to run to the right this time. Cut down, only about a yard gain. That was Dan Anderson, short tackle. So 2 running plays of gain, about a yard and a half for Derby, but we're down to a minute and a half.
And remember, they can chew off 25 seconds in each one of these. So
gain on that last play brings up 3rd down and about 9 yards to go.
Derby will use most of the allotted time between plays.
They won't even mind if they get called for a penalty because they're using too much time.
They run to the left this time. There's a flag down. Tackled by Riccano. And flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
I didn't see what caused the flag, but
it was in Derby's backfield, so
yeah,
it's against Derby.
Speculation says holding. It did come from the area where
that was an illegal set at the line of scrimmage. Hand refuses it because they want to get the ball back. There's only 1:01 left on the clock, and that brings up 4th down. Ball's at between the 26 and 27.
They'll probably take the 5-yard penalty, too. They'll let it just run down and take a 5.
The clock is running.
I would think they would anyway.
So they'll probably...
They're not going to gain anything.
Let the clock run down, or maybe even run out, down to 40 seconds. And Derby is not going to run a play here until the flag flies.
Yep.
There goes the flag. Flag flies with 34 seconds left.
The Hand will probably refuse it. No, they won't refuse it, but they'll get the ball back.
I don't think you can refuse it.
Is that right? Okay. I was thinking you could refuse that and then get the ball right back, but apparently not.
Okay. 5 yards and brings up a 4th down and about 11.
4th and 11 for Derby, but they will run it on this 4th down play with only half a minute left. Run to the right. Man dodges one man. He's going to be stopped short of a first down. Hand will get the ball back near the 30, but they've only got 29 seconds.
Well, this is the case in the pros where you say you call 2 or 3 plays and, you know, before you get to the huddle and all that, but I don't think you'll see it. Hail Mary.
Hand takes a timeout. If my count is correct, Frank, that's their last one.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Hail Mary.
Okay. Well, with the Pope in the area, maybe that's a good idea.
The ball's going to go in there.
With about 29 seconds to go in the game.
That's a shame he didn't field that punt. I could have made the end of this game real interesting.
Really? What a shame.
Too many turnovers. There've been 3 games in a row they've had too many turnovers.
That's one thing I'm going to say is Ken Conlon won't have to do anything to his report, just change a few names. The rest of the storyline's the same.
Said they were very young. He's going to get a lot of turnovers.
Oh, you are.
Well,
Well, this is the first time we've seen him fielding.
First time he's even done that. He's a sophomore. Daniel Hand with the ball back at the 30-yard line, and the clock is against them. They need 6 points, and they need 70 yards here.
Try to get
in a very short time. There's a flag down, and the ball is thrown up for grabs out of bounds. Ooh. Out of bounds, the flag is thrown.
Milligan's pass is incomplete. Broken up by number 30, Derek Fox.
He's out.
Is he?
He got hit. He's out. They knocked him out. What the hell is that kid doing on your side? No help. Yeah.
Illegal formation.
Yeah, what we're just talking about here on the film is that there's that play was coming out of bounds, and there's a young man standing on the sidelines. It looked like a ball boy or something, and he got nailed hard. It looks like he might be out cold.
He got run over right on the sideline.
He did. He went down hard. I think that's what I could hear up here, I think, when he hit. So they have an EMT right there, so they'll take care of him, I think.
It was a Derby man that ran over him.
Yep. It was just everybody going for the ball, and the young man wasn't able to get out of the way fast enough. And, it's too bad. Well, got him moving. But anyway, are we still rolling here? Oh, okay. I didn't know whether Steve had kept us going or what, but, well, 22 seconds left. That took 7 of them off the
Well, that was an illegal formation by Hand. So that play comes back, but Hand gets first down over.
Well, they get it.
What they need, instead of that, they need more time on the clock, Frank.
They do, yeah.
22 seconds.
Got to reverse the clock a little bit if possible.
Ball back at the 25. Glenn in motion. Milligan looking to throw. There's Duggan across the middle. Incomplete pass, a little low.
Throw is a little bit behind Bobby, but
that was a slant in from his wide position. 17 seconds on the clock.
Timeout? Oh, Derby takes a timeout.
Derby takes a timeout.
Well,
we're having a tough time getting these last half a minute played here, Frank.
Yes. It's almost like at home when you're watching the pro games and supper's already on the table. And
Derby took that timeout just, after the play was incomplete. Milligan looking to throw, looking long on the left side. There's Duggan down there, and Duggan runs over some people on the sideline.
Yeah.
Out of bounds, incomplete pass.
Yeah, he completed it, but went out of
He was just deep enough to get a first down had he caught it inbound. Now we have 10 seconds left. 3rd and 15, back at the 25, and 10 seconds on the clock.
Well, we were saying earlier that this is sort of a storyline that Ken Conlon, I hope he has the story still in his word processor for the Shoreline Times. Just have to go in there and change a few things and then kick it out.
Too many turnovers, right?
Yeah, same storyline.
Okay, Milligan rolling left, looking to throw again on that sideline.
No,
incomplete pass, aiming for Duggan again, and we have 2 seconds, 1 more play left in this game.
Well, so here's where you're going to call for your Hail Mary here, Dr. Steve.
Hand needs this 75-yard play here.
What they need right now is one of those dogs that catches frisbees or something like that, but have them cross-trained to catch footballs.
This actually turned into a pretty good game here late in the second half, but Hand gave it away to Derby a little too much.
Yeah, Hand's defense stiffened very, very much, no question. They learned. Like I said earlier, you learn from every game.
No, Derby did not score in the second half. This is the last play of the game, and Milligan is just going to turn it loose. Throwing it along, and it's intercepted by Derby. Taken away from Bob Duggan and out of bounds, which winds up this game. Final score is Derby 9 and Daniel Hand 3. The only scoring by Hand was a 38-yard field goal by Jim Willis, who knocked it right through.
Well, we're glad to see that for sure, because we all are pulling for him to be able to get a few field goal opportunities this year, and he did a nice job on that. Always try to look for the bright side of wherever you can on a game like this. Even though the storyline's the same, we said Ken Conlon won't have to do a lot with his word processor, but turnovers, and this time it happens to be 4 interceptions, and of course the drop punt. But hey, they did spread away around the passes. The passes did come up with some yardage and some good receptions and things like that.